This video provides a comprehensive introduction to the foundational principles of data engineering. In approximately 12 minutes, you will gain the core knowledge needed to start building robust data tools. Welcome. This is Phase 1 of our AI Foundation series, focusing on data engineering basics. We will dispense with jargon and focus on clear, practical instruction. This course is designed for rapid learning and immediate application. If you have prior back-end development experience, you will find the concepts familiar and accessible. We will cover essential topics including SQL, data cleaning, ETL processes, APIs, and data formats like CSV and JSON. Our learning philosophy is structured: show, explain, build. You will first see a concept in action, then understand the principles behind it, and finally, apply that knowledge by building a functional component. Data engineering is the critical infrastructure that powers business intelligence, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. It is the behind-the-scenes work that makes advanced analytics possible. Throughout this course, you will build 3 key projects: a complete ETL pipeline, a real-time stock data collector, and a miniature data warehouse. Let's begin. Let's start with SQL, the language of data. Imagine a sales table in your company's database containing columns for customer ID, product ID, price, quantity, and a sale timestamp. A manager asks for the total revenue generated each day last month. With SQL, this is a straightforward query. You would write, select date, sale timestamp, sum price quantity from sales, where sale timestamp, start of last month, group by 1. This query aggregates millions of rows into a concise summary. Now let's find the top 5 products by revenue. This requires a join to the products table to get product names. The query would involve joining an on each, grouping by product name, summing the revenue, ordering the results in descending order, and taking the top 5 with limit 5. For more advanced analysis, window functions are powerful. To calculate a 7-day moving average of revenue, you can use. This provides trend insights without complex subqueries. To practice, install a database like PostgreSQL. Find a public CSV dataset, load it into a table, and begin experimenting with select, where, group by, and join clauses. This hands-on work is essential. Next, data cleaning. Raw data is rarely perfect. It often contains missing values, incorrect data types, duplicates, and inconsistent formatting. Data cleaning, also known as cleansing or wrangling, is the process of detecting and correcting these issues. In Python, the pandas library is the standard tool for this. First, inspect your data with to see data types and null counts, and for statistical summaries, gives a quick count of missing values per column. For missing data, you can drop rows with or fill them using with a 0, the column's mean or median. Convert data types with a, or more safely with, which turns unconvertible values into. Remove duplicate records with a, specifying a subset of columns to identify unique entries. Standardize date formats with a and use string methods to trim whitespace or reformat text fields like phone numbers. Your task? Load a messy CSV file. Use pandas to inspect it, handle missing values, correct data types, and remove duplicates. The result should be a clean, analysis-ready dataset. This leads us to ETL: extract, transform, and load. ETL is the process of moving data from various sources into a centralized data warehouse for analytics. Extraction involves pulling data from sources like databases, APIs, or log files. A robust extraction process must handle network failures with retries, manage API pagination to get all data, and adapt to source schema changes gracefully. Transformation is where you apply the data cleaning techniques we just discussed. You'll also join different datasets, aggregate data, and reshape it to fit the target schema of your data warehouse. Finally, loading is the process of writing the transformed data into the destination, typically a data warehouse or an analytics-optimized database. For efficiency, data should be loaded in batches. To ensure data integrity, use transactions and idempotent operations like I, which prevents duplicate records. A simple ETL project could extract data from a public API, transform it with pandas, and load it into a local PostgreSQL database. APIs, or application programming interfaces, are fundamental to modern data extraction. They define how software components should interact. Typically, a client sends an HTTP GET request to a server's endpoint URL, and the server responds with data, usually in JSON format. The API documentation is your guide, explaining the available endpoints, required parameters, and data format. In Python, the library simplifies this. You can practice by fetching data from a public API like JSON placeholder. A robust client should also handle rate limits by implementing exponential backoff when it receives a 429 status code, and securely manage API keys using environment variables, not hard coding them in your script. The two most common data formats you'll encounter are CSV and JSON. CSV, or comma-separated values, is ideal for flat, tabular data. It's simple and lightweight, easily read by pandas using JSON, or JavaScript Object Notation, supports nested structures with key value pairs and lists, making it flexible for complex data from APIs. While works for simple cases, the function is essential for flattening deeply nested JSON into a usable table format. Now let's combine these concepts to build a real-time stock data collector. The goal is to fetch stock prices from an API every minute and store them in a PostgreSQL database. First, choose a stock data provider with a free API tier and obtain an API key. We will fetch data for symbols like AAPL and GOOG. In your script, loop through your list of symbols, making a GET request for each. Remember to pass parameters safely and respect the API's rate limits. Parse the JSON response to extract the symbol, timestamp, price, and volume. Validate the data types. Ensure the price is a float and the timestamp is in a standard ISO 8601 format. In PostgreSQL, create a table named with columns for gra and bra. Use appropriate data types like and then use a parameterized SQL query to insert each new record. To run this script automatically, schedule it using cron on Linux or Mac OS, or Task Scheduler on Windows to execute every minute. You now have a continuous real-time data pipeline. Two critical best practices are logging and data immutability. First, log everything. Use Python's module to record the start and end of each step, record counts, and capture any warnings or errors. Without logs, debugging a failed process is nearly impossible. With structured logs, you can quickly pinpoint the exact point of failure. Second, never overwrite your raw data. Treat it as immutable. If you need to rerun your transformation logic, you must have the original untouched source data available. A standard convention is to use separate directories. And your script should read from, perform transformations in memory, and save the cleaned data to, often with a version or timestamp in the file name. To solidify your skills, here are 3 projects. First, build a basic ETL pipeline. Find a data source, like a Kaggle CSV or a weather API. Extract the data with Python, transform it with pandas, and load it into PostgreSQL. As a bonus, schedule it to run daily. Second, build a real-time data collector. Query an API every few minutes for cryptocurrency prices, esports scores, or air quality data. Parse the JSON, store it in a time series format, and be mindful of rate limits. Third, design a miniature data warehouse. Create a star schema with a central table and dimension tables like and populate these tables using small ETL processes, then write SQL queries to answer business intelligence questions. Start with a small, achievable scope. Completing a project end-to-end is the primary goal, as shipping functional work builds confidence and practical skill. Today, you have learned the fundamentals of SQL for data analysis, techniques for data cleaning with pandas, the structure of ETL pipelines, how to interact with APIs, and the use of CSV and JSON. You have also seen a blueprint for a real-time data collector and 3 projects to master these concepts. If you found this content valuable, please subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment indicating which project you plan to